Hello everyone, welcome to Elliott Wave SPX.com YouTube channel. This is Henry, and today is Thursday, February 10. The time is 3 a.m. GMT. For today, we're gonna be looking at the chart of SPX. This is S&P 500 cash. That means this is not 24 hours, only opens and whenever the market opens in the US. It's a 60-minute chart, 1 hour. We can see we ended with 2 right here in the form of an APC. You can see the partial view within the C leg as a 5 waves, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then that ended with 2 over here, 4219. And then from here, so far, we got a 3 ways rally. We have not yet broken above here on the cash, but then if you look at ES, the futures is already breaking above here. So that means that technically speaking, we have already seen a 5 waves up from the lows, right? So just to give you ES, right? ES, which is the futures. I can see if I zoom out. So let me double check to see. So this high here is 45.86, and okay. So ES also has not broken. My bad. Very close to breaking, but it has not. Let's check out Dow futures, which is again they're all correlated. Now the Dow futures without Dow it's already breaking, right? So Dow already showing a 5 waves. So I think we can conclude that ES will also most likely break above here, also a 5 waves, and therefore S&P SPX will also do the same, will eventually break above here, a 5 ways up. Now because we got a 5 ways up, that will favor the bulls in terms of the direction, due to the fact that we have a 5 ways up. That means this 3 ways pullback later on most likely can hold above 4219 probability wise, and then extend higher again, right? So the idea then is that the odds now favor the bulls in terms of extension higher against 4219. Now of course in the short term, we could be completing this cycle soon, right? No doubt. So then that means we can get a pullback actually, right? And there will be a CPI number on Thursday morning, so could be market moving overall. Can get quite choppy, but yeah, wouldn't be surprising if we can get a pullback first, maybe going back to 4,400 or so before the next leg up, as long as we don't break below 42.1, and this is the invalidation level. Now let's zoom out and have some ideas what we are looking at. If I look at the daily time frame, and I will put the C and B and 2 on the daily time frame here, okay? So if we put the C here on the daily time frame, and we put the 2 right here, then we can conclude based on this that, so this is the B, right, which is the same as the 1 hour chart over here. So we can conclude, if that's the case, this has to be our A, and this has to be our wave 1 right here. Okay, now of course you can see in the 1 hour time frame, this arrow is still black turning up, not green, which is if it is green, then that means there is a bullish sequence. Now the 1 hour will become green again when we break above this previous peak, the wave 1, but we're still pretty far from it, right? In the meanwhile, before we break, this is only turning up, which is to say that we are calling the more aggressive view, calling this correction completed from the peak, and therefore we can continue to extend higher. But until we break above that previous peak again, you technically cannot rule out what we say a double correction, which is a WXY like this. However, the fact that we got a 5 ways up from the lows, that actually favors the bulls, because we do have a 5 ways up, and therefore the odds now favor the bulls that we will have further extension to the upside, right? because of that 5 ways up. So I cannot really call this as a wave C of an expanded flat from anywhere. Like for example, if I can come up with a way to count this like an ABC flat, expanded flat, and go down, then maybe that 5 ways up can be part of a C wave of a flat. But in this case, I really have difficulty to find a expanded flat to call this as a 5 waves C wave of an expanded flat. Therefore, that 5 ways up from here seems to me a legit 5 ways up, right? And therefore, the odds now favor the bulls, right? The odds now favor the bulls. Now, does it mean we're gonna guarantee to break to new all-time high? Not necessarily. So what happens though, because of the 5 ways up, we could be at least doing another leg up like this. So let's say we cannot break to new all-time high, let's say, right? Then I think because of the 5 ways up from here, what we can have is an ABC like this, retesting the high again, right? So this 5 ways is only your wave A, let's say, and then you got a B, and still you got a C before we fail from here. Okay, now the alternate is gonna be in the more bullish count, which is what we are presenting, that this is actually with 1 with 2. Now in that case, then of course it's not just an ABC, it is going to be breaking to new high. Okay, so then those are the possibilities, the alternates. And again, if we just rely only and look only at the shorter cycle, then the 5 ways up here suggests to me that we could see more upside. And at the minimum, I'm expecting some sort of an ABC rally, maybe retesting the high again in the S&P, even if we're gonna fail. Now, the more bullish count, which is in the direction of the trend, then that means the more bullish count is gonna be going to new high in the wave 3. Okay, so that's it, guys, for the update for the chart of the day today. As always, if you do want to get more updates, regular updates on the S&P or at any other indices, stocks, Forex, cryptos, commodities, we have 14 days trial, right? I will provide the link of the trial in the description of the video. I'll see you all again next time, and have a nice day to you all.